Alright, so we are in Mendocino with Dewey's Kick Rocks, which is more than half Merlot and then the rest Cab Franc, which I thought was a really exciting blend, as well as we have another Merlot also from California this month in the Red Club, which I think would be a really fun comparison for the two. So yeah, let's dive into it. And I believe they're buying their grapes for now. It's a guy named Charlie and his wife, I think it's Rosie or Rosa or something like that. They live in San Francisco and their project is very small, so we were excited to get just a couple, I think probably just like 5 or 6 cases of this, which is why it's in the Red Club only. So really cool introductory wine. Well, it's a fancy wine, but introductory for these guys into our club. Alright, so the color is nice and bright and ruby. I also have great weather out right now, so I can really see clearly. On the nose, it's like super fresh, like bursting blackberries, dark cherries, brambly if you go down the W set rules. Hello, Norman. And then it has like quince a bit as well, and maybe like a little bit of cinnamon. I don't know about the oak. Hello. If there is oak, it is neutral for sure, but I'm not 100% sure if it's an oak or stainless steel. I'm gonna guess that it's an oak just based on the way that it's smelling to me. A little bit, it's not at all jammy, but it is a little bit like meaty, I would say. I'm really excited to see how the Cab Franc and the Merlot play together. I'm getting, you know, vibes of both of them right now. The Cab Franc is always, even though it's less, 44%, it's a bit more of like a in-your-face type grape than Merlot normally is. Very even keel. And it is, now that I'm talking about that too, I'm getting more of the green notes of the Cab Franc now too, like maybe a bit peppery. Well, both kinds of peppers, like bell peppers as well as, like, I'd say like cracked pepper. So complex, there's a lot going on here. Let's try it. It's like a little meal in your mouth. Nice tannin. This is great, going to be great for pairing with meats, so that's something to consider. But before we go down that far, structure is good. Like the acid is very balanced. I think the tannin is pretty well integrated, though I would say that it's still very grippy, so I would probably put it with something that has some fat. That's where it's really going to shine. But again, I just want to talk about pairings because like it tastes like a little meal. So honestly, it tastes like a Bordeaux to me. You don't see Cab Franc very much in a Bordeaux, but something about the structure and like the mouthfeel and the deep berries, it's like saying like I could be a fancy Bordeaux. Like it doesn't have any like real nattiness to it other than it just looks very cool. It's just a beautifully made wine. I think it's got most of that, oh, you know what? It's got most of that fruit that we just talked about. But honestly, I'm realizing now that like I think I Corvoned it because I can't drink this whole thing right now. But it probably would need to open up some more. Like I'm getting really great notes from the nose, but I'm not getting quite as much on the palate yet. So my assumption is I'm sure those things are also still there, but I think the tannins might become a little bit more integrated, a little bit more open if you do decant it. So that's going to be my recommendation for this. I'll come back on and do a quick post maybe on Instagram after to tell you when I do actually open it. But this is a fun one. It's not that often that we get ones that have tannin, that should be decanted, that should go with reds, grill some steaks and have this. It's not the perfect pair, but actually I think it is. Like, who says it has to be a slab and a cab? Maybe it's a Cab Franc. Enjoy.